The Woo has taught me how to love the unloved, how to care for the broken and the needy, and just shine the love of Christ, just to the world, to the darkness that's all around us, you know.
Okay, so to start out, I hadn't done the church thing in many years because I had stopped believing in its effectiveness in any way, or ability to have any positive impact on my life. So coming into it, I was fairly skeptical and pretty nervous. And when I first came in, it was almost like something internally breathed this huge sigh of relief. And I know this isn't going to make any sense, but I'm going to say it anyway. It was almost like something inside of me had been shouting for something for so long, but it was something internal that my mouth didn't know how to explain. I don't know, I immediately was just embraced by this group of people that didn't know me from a hole in the wall and just accepted me for precisely who I was, who I didn't even know who that was, and suddenly they were ecstatic about it. And that in and of itself was a pretty good power boost to get me to stay. And then all of a sudden I found myself involved in 48 million projects and enthused and overcommitted and loving every second of it, to the point where I almost felt like it might be possible for me to have an adult and meaningful relationship with God, which in of itself is really scary to say because I'm totally not one of those people that talks like that, ever. And I don't know, I think being here gave me the opportunity to quench something I didn't know I was thirsty for.
Before I came to the Woo, I was really lacking for community in my life, and I felt like being a Christian, that is what it's really about. That's the one thing that you need that keeps you going. You need people not only helping you through the bad times, but encouraging you when you're doing well and helping you to move forward and keep on that path. And I feel like I really didn't have that before I came here, in terms of friendships and things like small groups here and just connection.
I feel like it's helped me be a little bit more free with my relationship with God. Like, I felt a little more strict before, and I was like in these chains that was like binding me together by all these rules and regulations and stuff. And the Woo kind of showed me that it doesn't have to be all about rules, and I don't have to judge people based on like how they would live their lives. And it ultimately has helped me just start to be able to love everyone no matter what.
I was never a churchgoer. Before I started coming here, I went to a different church for a little bit, but it was like absolutely dreadful to wake up in the morning. I couldn't do it. I like wanted to be all about God and be going to church, but it was like, I value my sleep, and I couldn't wake up in the morning. But knowing some people, I ended up coming here, and the first time I came here, I got prayer for something that was going on in my life, a relationship I was in that I should not have been in. So I got prayer, and I felt like completely relieved from it. I left the next day, and I was like, I'm gonna do this, and everything's gonna be fine, perfect. And it actually was. And I even had like some really intense God-given dreams about like the entire situation, and just like I felt like before I came here, I wanted a relationship with God, but coming here, like doing small groups and getting prayer and whatnot, I actually like got that relationship with God, which is awesome. He was like working in my life, like between work and everything, and it made me like, I always wanted to like love on everybody and just be helpful to people, but that's like one of the major things that I felt coming here. It's like the second you walk in, you're just like totally being loved on by everybody, and it's awesome. It makes you want to like jump up and dance.
The Woo, I think, has shown me what true Christianity is like, because the Woo has tried to help the least of these. They have not excluded anybody from knowing who Jesus is, and they have not judged anybody. I think I've learned a lot about how to be a better Christian and how to be more loving and kind to people, even if it's really hard. And I don't know, especially with my family and my community, and I don't know, just how to be a better person myself.
I was at the PIP shelter and I met a friend. He brought me here, and I've been coming ever since. And I met a lot of people here. I didn't know nobody when I first came here, but now you stick with a church for a while, you get to know people. So the Woo's changed my life a lot.
Luke has like a different style of the way he preaches and stuff, and it kind of was more simple so I can understand it. I really didn't want to become a member, but I'm glad that God got a hold of my heart and showed me this is where he wants me to be, this church, with these people. And we just went on a retreat, and God is really setting me free from not wanting to be around people, you know. I've been coming here for 9 months with my friend Jim, and the Holy Spirit's touched me several times, and God has delivered me recently from anxiety. So I used to take medication for it. So now I have not as much anxiety as I did before, and I desire more of the Holy Spirit to be in control of my life, that God can use me His way, not my way. And I strongly want to just give all of myself to God and just say, use me wherever, whatever. And He's been giving me the strength to do and just for me to talk to somebody else and share part of my life or anything personal, because only God can do that. And I thank God for what He's doing in my life and what He's going to do.
I've known Lucas for maybe like 6, 7, 8 years, and I started coming to the Woo. I lived in India for a year, and he had pulled me out. I guess he talked to my brother and told him to grab me and pull me out to Worcester. I was sort of in a bad place coming back from India, just being really depressed and being like wondering where God is, what God is doing, why am I here? Like, I'm not doing anything here. Materialism, just a huge culture shock coming back here. So that's like sort of coming back from that, transitioning into the Woo and like really being able to experience God here as well and do things for God here. And I don't know, like God's really become real to me, sort of through seeing that through the Woo, that he's not just a fairy tale, he's not he's not just a higher being or something like that. He's real and he talks to us.
I feel like the Woo has really challenged me and grown me in different areas of my life. I've really had to be dependent on God for provision, for direction, for focus. It's so easy to try to do everything that you get excited and get passionate about. And there's so much to do here that it's very easy to do that. But I feel like God has really come in and He's focusing me to certain ministries and pouring into that into my life and growing me in that, training me to be a better leader and training me to minister better, and also experiencing personal healing in my own life too. And so it's been a really great experience so far.
Well, it's helped me in my faith. I always believe in God, but it gave me a stronger belief since I got to know Luke and his family. And it's also helped me through my illness. I was living with kidney illness, and I feel stronger every day. I don't feel like I have a sense of weakness in me. I've been raised up.